we have a major problem. So, since the hurricane, I've had a few small leaks, and now this leak has become a huge issue. And I've pulled up the flooring. It had carpet down and then linoleum right next to my bed, and I pulled it up because it started smelling very wet, and it is covered in black mold. I've already started putting bleach on it and removing it, and now I have a fan on it, but I'll insert a picture here and show you what it looked like beforehand, and then I'll show you what it looks like now. So the floor is just sopping wet. This whole thing needs to be taken out, honestly. But as you saw from the picture, all back there was really bad with the black mold, and over here and down here, and a little bit in the area. So you can see where I've thrown the bleach and let the bleach sit. And I went around and I scrubbed it. Yeah, I don't know. I really need to just take everything out or get another camper, and I really don't know what I want to do at this time, because most likely any of the used campers that I would be able to purchase are all going to have the same issues, because the majority of the campers in my area have all been flooded and have water damage as well. So it's just another hurdle I'm gonna have to jump. Thank God I had some of these masks in the closet in there, so it just scares me to think that I've been sleeping next to this for several months now. And yeah, there's been a leak in the back from the toilet, but that happened, I purchased it knowing that the toilet was leaking, so I know the same issue is in the back there, but the linoleum is covering it completely, and I don't smell anything back there. So I've been putting that off, but now of course this has to be taken care of ASAP, and I'm just not sure what I need to do, because I don't know. Like I said, financially what I can afford is going to be in the same boat as this right now. So I mean, my only true option, I guess, at this point is to rip it out and start new, which I would love to do that, because I have, you know, some ideas. But again, oh, my hand is hurting. Again, it's the time and, you know, getting the supplies and the help, and I'm already paying some other dude to help me with the bus, which I'm sure you've seen in my previous videos. So all this costs money, and I don't know. Money has always been an issue to me in some way, shape, or form throughout my whole life, except for the last 5 years. And, you know, I had all the money I ever needed, and it seems like the problems didn't stop regardless of how much money I had. So I don't think, but I was able to afford to get things fixed or buy new things if I needed them. So yes, money is the greed of the world for sure, but it really helps when the rest of the world requires it to get these things. Although I've gotten a lot of things without spending money. I'm a big barterer. I love to barter things. I love to, here, take this, you want this, I want what you got, let's swap, you know. I think the world should go back to that anyways. I'm going off on a huge tangent now because I have black mold in my camper, but I don't know. So if I end up just ripping this all out completely, putting in a whole new subfloor and rectifying the issue wherever the leak is, you know, in reality that would be awesome and great, because then I could kind of redo this back area the way I want it. I really hate these right here. It takes up so much, you know, space, but I mean, it's necessary because the wheels are there. Actually, those aren't the wheels. The wheels are up front here. This, I think, might be freshwater tank, might be under there. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I would like it to go or be switched or moved or altered in some way, because it's got one here and then it has one on the other side as well. And I would like to actually take this out if I could, because it's perfect enough for me, but when Donnie lays in here, he kind of has to lay on an angle, which takes up my space of the bed, and because his feet hit this wall on this side back here. Even though it's the perfect amount of space, it's like 6 foot whatever, I don't know, which he's 6'1", so he fits in there, but it's just not enough to like stretch your arms, and you just feel cramped. These up here are nice, and I keep, you know, a lot of like my winter clothes and things in, which I've been having to get them out this past week or whatnot, but it's still a pain in the ass to jump on the bed and get up there. I hate that. These are the only two that are kind of easy to get to and useful, in my opinion. And then you have your little nightstands on either side over there. And thank God I've been running this air purifier here, because I know it's been an issue for a little bit, and or at least I assumed it was an issue for a little bit, so I bought that, and I have one here, and then I also have one back there as well. So I don't know. Donnie has been sick ever since Christmas, really bad with the flu or whatever, so he can't come help me right now, and the guy who I've been helping me is not going to be able to come here for another week because he has other jobs he is doing. And so I might have to just ask him if, instead of working, he was coming to work on the bus, so instead of maybe him working on that, I'll see if maybe we could start renovating this instead, unless I happen to find, you know, a camper or fifth wheel or an RV or something that is in good condition and, you know, I can afford, because like I've told you before, I mean, I retired with some money in the bank as my savings, and the rest of my assets were all liquid assets, and I've always had the majority of my assets in liquid assets because I like to be able to sell them or trade them or whatever, and when I need it. And unfortunately the hurricane changed that, and you know, a couple of the things, I'm going through court situations right now to rectify the issue, and it's just a mess. So it's just a waiting game, and you know, a lot of us need our money now, you know, but unfortunately we're just having to wait. And right now I just saw, or what was it, last night, this young man, probably about, you know, maybe 10 years younger than me, he is now in the hospital fighting for his life because he had asthma really bad, and they're living in a house with black mold in it, and he's basically brain dead at this point. They're trying to keep him in an induced coma, you know, to hopefully he can, you know, come out of it or whatever. But this is the situation that is going on. I mean, everybody who, not everybody, but a majority of the people here who had damage from Hurricane Ian, yeah, they might have a roof over their head, but they have a ton of water damage and are now living in homes with a ton of black mold. And the insurance companies are not doing anything about this. They're saying, well, you have a roof over your head, so you're good. Same with FEMA. You have a roof over your head, so you're good. You don't need help. But the true issue lies right here, right there. Black mold, that is the killer of the majority of people being sick and dying. And people just don't grasp that concept or understand until it's too late. So I guess what I'm going to do now at this point is I'm going to drive back to my mom's house and get my my ozone machine that I have, that I brought there to run in the tiny house, so we could get that mold situation under control, because there wasn't a whole lot there. It was just basically on one piece of wood that we could have honestly just taken out and rectified the whole issue, but we decided to clean it and repaint it with Kills paint and whatnot. So, and bring that here and do that for now, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Stay tuned to find out.